So in the previous video, we calculated the entropy of this column Y from the data, and the value was 1.53. In this video, we'll discuss about the conditional probability of column CS118. So let's start. As we can see that in this data, for column CS118, we have two excellents, two Gs and one average score here. So what we want to do here is that we want to condition our entropy on these values. So I have actually partitioned these records here. First partition is for record 1 and 2. Then second partition where the column CS118 has G. It contains record 3 and 4, and the last has the value A that has record only fifth record. So this is partition 1, partition 2, and partition 3 from the data based on the column CS118, where first partition is excellent, the second is good, and the third is average. Now, how we calculate the conditional entropy is that I want to calculate the entropy of this partition. So that is entropy of column Y given that x1 has the value excellent. So that would be the conditional entropy where x1 is equal to E for column Y. And for the second partition, similarly, we can calculate entropy of Y given x1 has the value G. And then for the third partition, we have entropy of Y given x1 has the value A. So these are the three entropies, but these are the entropies, conditional entropies for these specific values. What essentially we want to have here is that we want to calculate the entropy of the entire column CS118. So for that, what we would do is that we would take the weighted average of these three entropies. So essentially, what it would be is that entropy of Y given x1 is equal to entropy of um, Y given x1 has the value excellent, and I would multiply this entropy with the probability of having an excellent in the column CS118. So there are two, here you can see we have two E's out of 5. So the entropy, so the probability of having an E in the column is 2 out of 5. And then I multiplied it with the entropy of having an excellent. Then for average, I would add the entropy of second partition with its probability, that is again two values out of 5 into entropy of Y given x1 has the value good, plus now if we have only one A, so 1 out of 5 into entropy of Y given x1 is equal to A. So that would be the weighted average of the conditional entropies, and then the weighted average would be the entropy of the column x1, entropy of the column Y based on the condition on the x1 column. So let's calculate these three entropies. So here are the three partitions. So what I would do is that I would use again the same formula, but I have this partition now. So for this partition, if I write the formula entropy of Y, of course this is given that x1 has the value excellent. This is equal to minus summation of J probability of J log base 2 of probability of J. So to calculate this, I have this value. Again, this G now actually corresponds to this column. Okay. So as we can see that we have the same value repeated for all the records. So I can directly say that the entropy should be 0. Let's calculate how it is 0. So that would be is equal to minus probability of J. So the J is equal to excellent. So that is for excellent, both the records have excellent value. That would be 2 out of 2, which is 1, multiplied by log base 2 of 2 out of 2. So I can see here is that this 2 out of 2 is 1, and then log base 2 of 1, log base 2 of 1. So this log base 2 of 1 is 0. So the answer would be 0. So the entropy of a pure data set is always 0. For the second partition, what we have is that entropy of y given x1 is equal to g, and that value is again the same formula. I would calculate it here. So for this g, I have one g and one f. So there are two different values. So there is some there is some impurity in the data set. So let's calculate it for g. For first value g, I have 1 out of 2 g's. Okay, there are two records and one record has g. So the probability is 1 over 2 multiplied by log base 2 of 1 over 2, plus for the value f, I have again 1 over 2 into log base 2 of 1 over 2, and I would take the negative of the entire value. So for this, the values that I have again, 1 over 2 into log base 2, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 log base 2 of 1 over 2 is, you can calculate these values, but the answer would be 1. Okay, if I have binary attributes, then the maximum value can be only 1. So this is the maximum possible entropy in the data set for the binary value. So this is the value 1 that I could also have predicted before calculating the from the formula, but to show how it is calculated, I have actually shown all the calculations. And for the third data set, of course, this is only one value and that has a particular label. So it's again a pure data set. So I can directly write it as probability of y given x1 has the value a is 0, because this data set is pure. There's only one record and that record has, of course, it can have only one value. So all the records have the same value. So this, it has the probability, yeah, the entropy equal to 0. So this is these are the three entropies where two are 0 and one is the second partition has the entropy equal to 1. So let's calculate the average entropy of this data set, these partitions. So that would be average entropy of y given the column x1, that is equal to 0, that is from this first partition. So I do not have to write the entropy and multiply it with the probability of having an e in the partition. Then I would write the entropy of this multiplied with the probability of having this. So there are two values that are good. So 2 out of 5 multiplied by 1 plus 0, and it is, the answer is zero point 0.4. Right. So I would talk about another concept here. So I have calculated the entropy of the data set based on the partitions using the column x1. Now I have this impurity value from the partitions of data set from x1. I would like to have another metric, that is information gain. So what essentially this information gain would give me is that if I actually partition data, the data on these on the column x1, what impurity would I remove from the data set? So for that, I had the entropy of column y, the entire data set. So I would remove this entropy of y given x1 from the original entropy. Then I would get the information gain from this partitioning. So 1.53 was the value of entropy of the entire data set minus zero point 0.4, which is equal to 1.13. So if I partition data based on column CS118, then the information gain would be 1.13. So what essentially I would do to complete the decision tree would be that I would calculate the same information gain from this column CS217 and the information gain from the column EE182, and the column that has the maximum value, I would take that column to partition my data, because that column have actually that column has actually improved my purity in the data or decreased the impurity of the data. So I hope this is clear. We'll talk about the decision tree, how we actually develop a decision tree model based on this information gain in the next video.